Hello friends, this is Gaurav Shrestha, Assistant Professor, Sage University, Bhopal. Uh, in today's topic, we will see K-means clustering algorithm with a numerical example. So, you have given a problem and you are asked to use K-means algorithm to create two clusters among the different points. So here you can see you have given the 5 points A, B, C, D and E. And you have to use the k-means algorithm to create the two clusters. So first of all, you have to assume the initial cluster points. Suppose you have taken the cluster points A and C are the centers of the two clusters. So you have taken this A point and C point as the initial cluster centers. So after assuming the initial cluster points centers, in the iteration 1, we calculate the distance of each point from each of the center of the two clusters. And the distance is calculated by using the Euclidean distance formula. So basically the formula for calculating the Euclidean distance is the distance, this one is the formula for calculating the Euclidean distance. Square root of the x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. So this is how we will calculate the distance between the two different data points using the Euclidean distance, right? The following illustration shows the calculation of distance between point A to 2 and each of the center of the two clusters. So first of all, you have to take the point A. This is your data point 1, that is A to 2, and you have assumed the cluster 1, cluster center 1 as a C1 to 2. So when you calculate the distance between the point A and cluster center 1, you have to use the Euclidean distance, that is square root of the x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. So here your 2 points are 2, 2 and 2, 2. So when you calculate the Euclidean distance between the point A and the cluster center 1, you will get the distance 0, because the data point and the initial cluster which you have assumed both are the same. So you will get the distance 0. Now you have to calculate the distance between the data point A and the cluster center 2. So your cluster center 2 you have assumed as C2, that is 1, 1. So when you calculate the distance between the point A and cluster center 2, you will get the distance 1.41. Similarly, we calculate the distance of other points from each of the center of the two clusters. So for showing effectively, we can draw a table showing all the results. So using the table, we decide which point basically belongs to which cluster, and the given point belongs to that cluster whose center is nearest to A. So let me show how it can be used by the table. So you have given the 5 data points in the problem: A, B, C, D, and E. And initially, you have assumed the two clusters. That your first cluster is cluster 01, that is having data points 2 and 2, and your cluster 2 having the data point 1 and 1. And in this column, we will assign the cluster to the point. So how we will assign the cluster to the point? So we have assigned the cluster to the data point which have the minimum distance from the cluster. So here you can see when you have calculated the distance between this data point A and the cluster 1, you have got the value 0. And when you have calculated the value distance between the point A and cluster 2, you have got the value 1.41. So here, which is the minimum value or the minimum distance? So here you can easily see that the distance between point A and cluster 1 is minimum. So you can assign point A to the cluster C1. Similarly, you have to calculate the distance between the point B and cluster 1 and 2. And when you see the point B is having the minimum distance from the cluster 1, so you can assign the cluster 1 to the point B. But when you calculate the distance between the point C and cluster 1 and 2, you can see the distance between the point C and cluster 2 is minimum, that is 0. So you can assign data point C to cluster C2. So this is how you will assign the clusters for each data point. Now, here you can see, now you have got two cluster points. So in the cluster 1, you will get 3 points, A, B, and D. And in the cluster 2, that is C2, you will have 2 points, C and E. So here, these are the points. Now what we have to do? We have to recompute the new cluster centers, right? So the new cluster center is computed by taking mean of all the points contained in the cluster. So here, I am taking the mean of all the data points present in the cluster 1. So after taking the mean of all the points present in the cluster 1, we will get the value 2.67 and 1.61. This is your newly formed cluster. Similarly, for cluster 2, after taking the mean of the cluster of the data points, you will get the value 1.25 and 0.75. This is your newly formed cluster 2. So this is the completion of the iteration 1. So next, we go to iteration 2, iteration 3, and so on until the centers do not change anymore. Thank you. Stay tuned and subscribe to Sage University Bhopal.